Hello, I am back again. I'm hoping that this time you can hear me. Just got to get another feed. Right. And just wait for some of you to join me. Sorry about that. Is anybody there? Seems like a seance now. Oh, I don't know. Technology. Right. Hello. Can you hear me now, anybody? Can somebody answer yes or no, please? Just so if I know the sound's there or not. No, right, I've got a feed. Does anybody? Can you hear me? I think that's Diane. Can you just say yes or no if you can hear me? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you, ladies. Right. Hopefully all good now then. So, right. Oh, well, we'll get back up a little bit. As I say, quickly making this card folder. Yeah, obviously you didn't hear me, so I'm just going to, as you can see on this one, the envelopes go over the top, which I'm not happy about. So I've just changed the measurements around a bit. So instead of this being 5 centimeters across, I've measured it at 4 centimeters. And this is the template I always do. So it's an A4 sheet of card. This will all be on my blog tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about measurements, but I just want to explain. You fold it halfway at 14.8 or 148.5 millimeters. Then you turn it around and measure it to 4 centimeters and scroll the way down. And then you measure in from this line here, 1 centimeter in from the inside edges. And there, and then you cut up. Yeah, you can cut up this middle line up to here, and then you cut up to those ones. Okay, I've actually got to do it on the card, so I might as well show you. I think you all just saw the cards. I'll just quickly show the cards, just quickly. We might make all of them because they're very similar. We might just make one of each designs. We'll see how the time goes. So, oh well, I don't know if everybody's disappeared after that. I don't know what it is. I actually had the microphone plugged in, would you believe? And once I take the microphone out, it writes itself. It's the microphone that causes issues, funnily enough. Really weirdly. So, very bizarre. So here's the card holder. And the bits. So I'm not going to give you any measurements because it will all be on my blog. It'll just get too confusing for everybody, I think, and on me, if I'm honest. But yeah, you'll notice I've got a different layer on here purely because I had to change things because of the envelopes being slightly different. So I've got my big scissors. So I've done all my measuring, done all my scoring. Just going to cut up to there. I've penciled in my lines so I can see them as well. Not very well. It's hard to see on this coloured cardstock. Not quite in that corner, but you can do just straight edges, but I like them to be mitered. If I get rid of this side, maybe it might make it easier. So, as I say, this a little bit time consuming doing this, but I thoroughly enjoyed designing it and making it on Sunday while Simon was out doing 12 hours on his bike because he's a little bit mad like that. And yeah, I just enjoyed some crafting time. It just makes a lovely gift for somebody, it really does. But so you can do more simple cards for it, you don't have to do really intricate ones. Haven't quite gone to those corners, but as long as you do. So that's that. Here's the layers, and the same with the layers. I've just measured in 1 centimetre in from the edges. The layers are actually smaller, so what you do is you make the layers smaller than the cardstock, 1 centimetre, and then it works out. I will explain it on all the measurements on my blog. Like that. I love the paper. I love this stripey on the back of this paper, but then I love both sides of it. That's the trouble. So you need plenty of it. So we might losing a bit of the light now. Never mind. Sun's going in a bit. So yeah, they're just to stick on there. So I have done quite a bit of the prep because otherwise I would be here several hours. The angles are a little bit wrong. I don't know why, they shouldn't be, but it still looks okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ditch trying to put the microphone in. My next purchase is going to be a new camera with a built-in new webcam. Yeah, at the overhead one, that is, with a built-in microphone, I think. But yeah, sometimes the audio is not very good when I play it back, and that annoys me. So we'll get the layers on next before we do the ribbon. You can see here, because I messed up with the fold and I kind of left it because this is just my demo one. Yours won't look like this. It's where I made it slightly bigger to allow for the envelope. But you won't notice it once you get your layers on. As I say, I've got an extra layer just purely because I made it bigger. I didn't really fancy, well, I didn't have any more paper if I'm honest, so I couldn't have redone it again. Not in this design anyway. Hey Pat, how are you? Haven't heard or seen from you for a long while. So yeah. Dare I ask if any of you all been crafting or not? Keeping busy, I think at this, I don't know about you, but August is a bit of a funny month. Well, July and August, obviously when we've got nice weather, I think we want to be out enjoying it while we can. I know I do, so I'm trying to balance the two. Making sure I get out as well as doing some crafting. We definitely need it. We need some sunshine. Hi Leslie, how are you? Yeah, I don't know if any of you were here earlier. As I say, I don't know what happened to the sound, but I obviously went out and then came back in again, and it worked. And I unplugged the microphone. I don't know why plugging a microphone in causes such issues, but it does. So doing it without. So lots of layers. As I say, yours will only have 3 layers, not 4. But yeah, this paper's so lovely. It's got gold and copper in it, if you can see actually. That catches the light. It is almost a shame to cover it actually, but good thing I've just been. Ah, you're busy, Leslie. Busy. Well, I've been very busy today. I think I did a video this morning at 7 o'clock. And I did a Facebook Live. Now I've done 2 Facebook Lives tonight, although obviously just a quick one, the first one. Yeah, it's been a busy day. I didn't get round to writing my blog, but I shall do that either this evening or early in the morning, and that will be done. So yeah, just build the layers up. Right, I think it's at this point I will put my holes in. Now, we used to have a punch, we don't do anymore, but I've actually got a crocodile, which I absolutely love. And it has 2 holes. You've got a biggish one there and a smaller one. I'm going to go for the bigger one because the ribbon's quite reasonably thick. So, do need to measure halfway. So, find your middle. Oh yeah, my measurements are going to change as well, aren't they? So it's 170, which is, my brain's been on 85. Yeah, 85. So just find it halfway. So Oh, that's really weird. Your Zoom microphones have been crazy today as well. That's really weird. It's because I use a system called OBS as well, software, which is it's strange. I have to convert from a MKV file to an MP4 file. I had to work out how to. Well, it's quite easy. It just converts it for you. Otherwise, yeah, that doesn't play the sound when you're trying to edit your videos. I'll tell you, all this technology I'm having to learn, but it's all good fun learning it all. And I should have gone through both holes there. Yeah, you go through both. But what I'll do is I'll just put a pencil mark there so I can make sure I line it up. I think I'm going to have to turn my lights on soon, would you believe? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to pop them on. So, and then this can go through both sides. You obviously want it in about 1 centimetre, at least 1 centimetre in, because you don't want your ribbon catching it. But that's that done. Excuse me, I'm going to turn my lights on. I have to go around quickly. Can't believe once that sun goes, once that sun starts to go, that's it, that starts to get a bit darker. That's a little bit better. I don't know, we'll see if it gets. I've got other lights yet as well. Right, so now we're building our layers up. This is the paper from this one as well, from the Gilded Autumn with the pumpkins on. I love this with the brown speckled. The glue you use, I need something. Yeah, it's the same glue, obviously, Nancy. But yeah, it's if you had a big wider area, but I find it puts too much glue out. I always use the thin end. Use it because you only need a bead of it. So yeah, I very rarely use the other end. It's personal choice, I guess. But yeah, it's such good glue, and obviously it's not the cheapest glue in the world. You don't need masses of it. That's literally all you need, and it will stick. So I feel the other side's a little bit of a waste using that if you start spreading that everywhere. I guess if it's something really heavy duty, but it honestly doesn't need it. Once this is stuck, it's generally stuck. Let's see, trying to get that in the middle. Yeah. But yes, it is fabulous glue, I have to say. And I didn't discover it until I joined Stampin' Up 6 years ago. Never heard of Tombow at all, but all of their products are very good. I believe it's an American company. But yeah, but they do. I've got rubbers, rose glue. Yeah, they do pencils, pens, I think. So yeah, very good. I have been a little bit naughty tonight. I know I normally keep it simple, and I have used a little bit of die cut, and so this is from one of our stitched die cuts. It's a set which has squares, circles, and ovals in it. Stitched labels, I think they're called. So yeah, I mean, you could just cut it out. You could just cut your squares out. You don't need to do the dies. Right, we're obviously building up the picture, so I'll just pop that there so you can see what I'm doing. So next, I did the tree trunk, or the trunk slice, whatever. These are fabulous. I did last year. I did Christmas slices with it. Wood slices for Christmas. But you can cut out several. You have to cut them out by hand. There is no die, but you cut them out by hand. Well, it can just about go on there. That's good. I was going to get the Stampin' Rewards out, but yeah. So cut several of them out and build them up on top of each other, and you can make it look like a wood slice. But obviously you can stamp on it as well, and hopefully we'll be doing that to show you what you can do with it. Or obviously you can get proper wood slices, but it's just another way of doing it if you want to keep to cardstock only. So using crumb cake. Oh, I know I use the Stampin' Rewards because if I want to go again and get a build up of colour. So if I don't, so like that. So if I want it darker, that's where the Stampin' Rewards comes in. You can go again. But I have brought it up. I just don't know. There it is. It's under a load of stuff. Oh, and I will quickly show you, because I'm not sure if I showed them earlier on or the other day. These are the sets that we're using. It's called Nature's Beauty. So obviously using deer, rabbit, and the fox, and those two. And I think I showed you last week that you could use that for the wreath builder template that I made. I was going to get around to, I was hoping to get around to doing one, but I just didn't. But that would be fabulous to make these. And this is Rooted in Nature. It's a double stamp set, so a little bit more pricey than the others, but it's fabulous. Look what you get. And we have dies that cut most of them out. Die cuts out the tree. Both the skeleton leaves that. Don't think it does those ones. No, it does the. I don't know. It does do a double one. Oh, it does. Yes, it cuts it out single. A double one and then a single one. Wood slice you cut out by hand, but these two have dies as well. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I have used it quite a bit. Had it a few years now, and I do, yeah. But it goes marvellously well with this and all of the autumn papers as well. So you cut round that, but I have got one that I made earlier. Ooh, turn it around. And then we've got a deer that I stamped in early espresso. I've already cut him out. I'm not cut him out, sorry, stamped him out. And you can see I'm edging them with early espresso, but I'll show you how I do that. I'll just put that in there, and we'll keep them to hand because we're going to need those in a minute. So yeah, I get a sponge dauber. Just get a sponge dauber, and literally just once you've cut it out, just go around the edge, and it makes it just look more of a wood slice because obviously you get your bark on the outside. Hi Dawn, how are you? Yeah, I'm seriously going to have to think about putting my other lights on, I think. It's funny, half an hour ago it was really sunny now and I thought I was going to have to shut the blind. How strange is that? But now it's gone down. So that's that done. So we can, I'll do that in a minute I think. I'll just do the deer next. Right, using our ink to colour in and our new watercolour brushes, which are fabulous. This is the thinner one, the thin one in the pack. You get a pack of 3 now, and they're actually cheaper than they were when they was in a pack of 2. Go that, and I think they work much better. They flow so much easier, but they don't flood out. Not that the other ones did, but yeah, they've got very, very good flow. Now I'm actually using cinnamon cider for this deer. It's not actually in the papers, but I just like the colour of it just for this deer. And then I do use crumb cake for the other one. I have a tissue somewhere. Shouldn't need a tissue, but I would always just have a tissue just in case. So we're going in, not putting a lot of water because we're not using any shimmery cardstock. I'm just using our usual, well, this one's very vanilla, but either very vanilla or Whisper White. I'm using very vanilla because the paper is, the background is very vanilla, not Whisper White. That's why I've switched to that. Normally I use Whisper White. And just gently, I'm not squeezing anything, I'm just holding it, and the water just seems to, well, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't come out. I don't know, yeah, it comes out when you want it to come out, but not obviously when you don't. So just colour it in. Good, glad to hear it, Dawn. Oh, it's a good job I'm cutting this out because yeah, I've gone. So all the animals tonight are done in the same way. I've already done the rabbits, I believe, because I thought you don't have to watch me colouring them all in like this. Obviously, you could use your watercolour pencils, although we're lacking in these sort of colours, unfortunately, in the pencils. You could use your Stampin' Blends if you have them. So he was just flying a drone outside my bedroom, outside the room a minute ago, but he's gone now. I can hear a motorbike there. So hopefully you can see that. It's very, very easy to colour them in, and say you can just go do a light colour wash, and then you can just go in if you want darker colour somewhere. Are those pens refillable? Oh, these are. Sorry, yes, these have got water. You just put water in them, Nancy. So you just twist the cap off, clockwise, I think it is, yeah, and then just run them under the tap. And then, yeah, anti-clockwise to put it back on. Yep, easy, hasn't it? It says push here. That's to you push it just to get the water out, but obviously you don't push it while you're working with it. A little bit, maybe a little bit wet now. Yeah, that's a little bit wet. Yeah, they're very nice to work with. They really are. Not that I had an issue with the other ones. I have got some cheaper ones, and yeah, they're not the bristles soon go. Can't quite remember how these match are. I don't know if you can remember, Dawn, because I don't know if no, you bought the other ones, didn't you? I think they're around about £11 odd mark for a pack of 3. Thank you, Leslie. Yep, last forever. They should do. I mean, you get the odd bristle coming out. You could cut that off if you. I mean, they've got lids, so it's a case of putting the lid back on afterwards and just looking after them. The more you look, it's like anything. The more you look after them, the longer they should last. His legs are looking a bit darker than everywhere else now, but never mind. Just add to the shadow a little bit. There we go. So yeah, and then you just, probably should have had a clean thing of water up here, but I'm trying to clean it, ready for the next one. So yeah, place the lid back on, and then hopefully you won't get those split bristles. So put that there. Oh, I haven't done the ground. Oh no, I don't need the ground because I'm cutting around him. So I'll just leave him to dry. This is going to be popped up on some dimensionals. No, big ones will have. I'm going to put my lights on, ladies. I don't know if it'll make any difference. I'm not sure if it will. I don't know if you're seeing that. Oh yeah, you can see that come on. It feels a little bit dark to me. So dimensionals on, and because you want to pop your leaves and stuff underneath, try not to go too close to the edge because you want to be able to glue them underneath. So, but you want quite a few dimensionals on so it doesn't get squashed. There we go. So at risk of boring you all, I have done all the leaves ready, and if anybody's interested, I used the Stampin' Rewards this morning to cut out some, showing you how I do a batch of stamping and cutting. Really quick way of doing it using the Stampin' Rewards. So if anybody didn't see that, that's on my hashtag top tips number 7, I think. Yeah, top tips hashtag number 7. So we'll put that there, and then we'll get all the leaves out. So we've got one of those, 2 of those, 2 leaves in mint macaron. These colours all match the coordinating papers. Not, obviously not this stuff, but the pack, the colours that are in the pack. So that's what I always generally do. If I get some designer series paper and I'm not sure what colours I want to use, go with the colours that they've used for the paper, and they're going to work. How many do I need of those? 3. Yeah, they're done in Old Olive. That's the only colour I've added. Old Olive, that's not in the papers, but I just felt it a little bit brighter, brightened it up a little bit. And a Calypso Coral, which I've used for these, that's not in the papers either, but I think everything else is. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Leslie, sorry, Nancy. Well, it's been a long day. I've been up since 6 this morning. But hey ho. I don't know what that's for. Right. So we'll work this out. I think I cut the skeleton leaves down a little bit. or they're going to go in actually. So yeah, you can always cut. I'll show you just so you can see. You can always just cut, if you want to pop it under something, just cut them off. And then, because you don't want them too long. So just like space like that. But yeah, this set I love. Oh, I fell in love when I saw the skeleton leaves several years ago. I absolutely love them. Can make some beautiful, delicate cards. It's very nice for sympathy cards, I think. Yeah, that could have done with popping off a little bit, but that'll be alright. So we've done that. And then, oh, I need two of those. I think, oh yeah, there's another one. Yeah, I'm just going to cut the bottoms off those a little bit. Those stems are a little bit too long. Maybe a little bit off the... Yeah, don't ever be scared about chopping your stamps off a little bit. Your stamped images, that is. Yeah, I can't lie. It did take me quite a while to come up with this design. I had to keep changing it because I wasn't quite satisfied with it. Literally did take me on and off with doing chores in between and cooking dinners and all that malarkey. It did take me all day, but as I say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. A little bit of crafting time for me as well, because I don't get a lot of that now. Not that I mind, but I will nip that in there. But it's nice when I do. This is our lovely bronze. This is out the pack of in the new catalogue, bronze, copper, and gold metallic foil. It is. That's in the Gilded Autumn suite as well. Love it. Yes, Dan, you're right. It is lovely for mail cards. They're rooted in nature. Certainly is. Yeah. So we're going to do a little bit of cutting. Kind of where I wanted to go tonight. I thought, I haven't done any mail cards for quite a while on my Facebook Lives, so that's why I put my thinking cap on and thought, right, what can I do? Because I know some people do struggle with mail cards, and I think we can all be a bit guilty of making, you know, just the, I don't know, blue cards, thinking men just like everything blue. But no, they actually like bright colours as well, men do. Some that, you know, I often show Simon cards and ask if he thinks it's appropriate for mail, and he'll say yay or nay to me, which is quite helpful. That one. So yeah, this alone, this front cover obviously would make a lovely card as well, I think. I'll leave that to allow that to dry properly. Although I think we're nearly there, aren't we? Just the bow. Yeah, still a little bit damp. I'm just going to have to cut him out. Ideally, heat gun it if it is still a little bit damp, but I didn't bring mine up today, which is unusual because I usually do. So you have to watch me fussy cut quickly now. Yeah, unfortunately there's no dies for this set. But that's it. I'll say, you know me, I don't mind fussy cutting. I don't know if anybody's looking. Yeah, no. So I don't know if everybody's seen, but I posted on the Facebook, we've got Paper Pumpkin kit coming soon. I know Diane, who's in the United States, will probably have it already, won't you, Diane? I think you did, was it you who said you had it? I can't wait. Box of Sunshine, I think it's called. That will be available, I think it's August the 11th to customers. Well, we get it at the same time. We've not been able to pre-order it, unfortunately. So it will be the same to us. So if anybody's interested, have a little look on my business page and have a look at it. It's £20 for the kit. You get a stamp set with it as well. Yeah, I thought you might, Diane. Yes. I have taken a sneaky peek at United States one already, and it is lovely. I do like the stamp set. I'm quite excited for it now, knowing what the stamp set's got on it. because obviously normally it's a secret to you, I think, isn't it, Diane, that you don't get to know what's in there completely. It's kind of a surprise. But yes, it's something that the United States has and parts of Canada, I believe. And we just don't have it over here, but occasionally they'll do a special limited edition one, or not limited edition, special one, just while stocks last. We keep begging them for it. It's the logistics of doing it is difficult, really, especially during COVID, I would imagine. So we're just happy when we get a special one. Ooh. That'll do. I'm not going to go all in between his legs. If that bothered you, you could colour it in with a pencil, but it doesn't bother me. So I pop him up on some dimensionals too. Him, her, so hair, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't. We're going to need some little ones for the ears. Oh, there's a big edge on this. Right, let me see if... No, it's going to be too big. I didn't think you normally got a huge edge like this. Maybe you do. Oh, I just need little bits for the ears and for the feet. So yeah, don't waste anything. Use all your edges on your dimensionals. We're doing for time quite a bit. It's taken. Yeah, I thought I might take a while making this bit. I'll just pop. I'm just going to pop on one each leg just for speed. You would probably put a few more on, if I'm honest. They're sticking to me. Right. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it... I don't know if it's going to rain. It's just getting very dark, but then sadly the nights are drawing in a little bit, aren't they? So we've got to enjoy summer, what we've got left of it. I intend to. Just put that there. And then I'll show you how to do triple bow. If I can find the linen thread that I've... Oh, here it is. I'm getting low on this as well. So work out how long you need it. Triple it. Like that. Put it down, Sarah. So. Might get a hint. Alright, so you can just cut the end. So it's got 3 pieces. Oh, I know what I didn't bring up. Oh, not in me because I used it this morning. Right. On, I can do it, it's fine. And I didn't bring the glue dots. Right, okay. So now you would thread the acorn through and place it into the middle. But I've forgotten to bring them up because yeah, they're not up here. I took them back down again. So acorn on, tie your bow, and then adjust. And then your acorn would just hang from the middle. I knew I'd forget something because I had a lot to remember tonight. So I'm just going to pop that on a foam pad temporarily. I'll remove it later. Oh, go away. Right. So yeah, because you can obviously see that. You won't see a glue dot. So that, but you can see the difference between what the acorn makes. So look at that. I mean, it looks lovely, but the acorn really does enhance it. Oh, actually it doesn't. So you can pull these apart a little bit if you like, to fluff it out a bit. And then you can cut your tails. But yeah, that acorn does make a little bit of a difference. Just gives it that je ne sais quoi something, I think. Right, and now we've got the ribbon, which is quite important because it actually holds the cards inside as well on the envelopes. Hello Vivian, how are you? So I have to admit this is a little bit short, but this is all I had left. This is the faux suede ribbon in the main catalogue. I don't know if you can see, yeah, it has got a suede effect and it's super soft. It feels lovely. Thank you, Vivian. Right, so I don't remember how to do this. That side. So thread it through the front, through our holes. I want to try and keep it, so it was on the roll. You want to try and keep it as flat as possible, but then you can adjust that at the end, obviously. So through your holes, through your back. I think it's rather clever though, how it does it. Which set is that, Vivian, you love? The Nature's Beauty, or do you mean the paper? As I said, Nature's Beauty is obviously, isn't it, in the main catalogue. Been around for a little while. But they go lovely with the new papers. Both of them do, that and Rooted in Nature. Right, you want, yeah, so you can see my tails a little bit on the short side. I generally like them a little bit longer. But I need to order more ribbon. Right, I just need a little bit. But yeah, there's enough to tie a bow on there, just. I recommend 70 centimetres. Yeah, 70 centimetres anyway for your ribbon. So that's the front done. We won't tie it up obviously because we've got our cards to put inside it, but that's all there is to it. As I say, and your ribbon holds your cards in place. So that's that. Now we can crack on and make some cards. Which, so in a very similar vein, definitely do the back bunny one, not with the bronze though because I haven't, and oh I don't know, maybe the fox. Yeah, we'll do the fox because I've already coloured the deer in once, even though it's a different colour. And I'm just aware that we're not doing too badly for time. So I think we changed the sentiment bit, but that doesn't matter. So that one and one of those, but I'll do that in a minute. Right. So super simple, really. Especially as I've done another one of the wood slices just to save a little bit of time. But you saw how I did that. You could, if you wanted to, use your paper that side to match your card, but I absolutely love the stripe. Oh, and you'll notice the stripes are going a different way. I obviously cut the paper different, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So we'll do that in a minute. So this is our stamping layer, and funnily enough, would you believe, in the stamp set, the Nature's Beauty set, it's snow. It's a snow stamp. I can probably show you better on. It's meant to design for snow, but I thought, I think I can use that for something. And I used it for the background, and I was quite happy with how it came out. Just use a few different colours, Cajun Craze and Old Olive, which as I say is not in the paper, but I thought it went quite well with the other colours. So if you're worried, you can do you could draw a pencil line in, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go for it. Just across. Now you can do some stamping off. Leave it like that because I want to put some green over the top. And it would make sense to do the other card at the same time, but I didn't get it out now. Obviously, if you were doing it, I would say if you're doing cards very similar, do them all at the same time. Don't, it just saves yourself some time, really. But yeah, not just for Christmas, the snow or winter. Backgrounds as well, look, if you can see that. So, another purpose for it. The fox is your favourite. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the rabbit. I like all of them actually, because I actually saw a card on Pinterest. So I remember buy this. I saw it last year. It was a Christmas card, and somebody had done the deer. I think there's a little bit of holly they'd put just on the top of his head here, and oh my gosh, it looks so cute. But I can't find it on Pinterest. I don't think I saved it. I need to try and find it, but don't know where they got the holly from. But oh, it just was so adorable, and that one card alone made me want to buy it actually. Funnily enough, so we just stick that on. But yeah, you can easily make Christmas cards with the Nature's Beauty set as well. I know I've already started to mention that word, but we're in August, so unfortunately we do have to start planning and thinking about it as demonstrators, definitely. Although not quite so prevalent at the moment because I don't have classes. Although I might think of doing something again in September. Yeah, I must admit I do like the stripes, just to show you. I do like the stripes going this way, if I'm honest. But it just goes to show how different it can look. So we'll get that layer on there now. If you can hear banging, I apologise. I don't know what Simon's doing in the garden. He's making something as usual. Probably a mess. No, he loves working with his wood. The Christmas bit this last minute, I think that's why snow. Possibly, Vivian. I don't think it was released because it was released as the mental health special set, wasn't it? It was the special set in the back, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. I know a certain percentage goes to helping mental health charities, and I assume that still happens. I know it was in last year's catalogue. I assume that's still the case. I do need to check that actually. Right, we're getting there again. So I did think about, shall I put some leaves and that coming out of this like I did on the front, and then I thought, no, I'm going to keep these a little bit more simple. But you certainly could do. I think that's something you could do, you know, to match the front. But I quite like the understated look more for the actual cards. So just pop that on there. I think this has to be the best, my favourite stamp, this wood slice. It's so lovely. Right, now I need some Calypso coral. I guess it's a bit like a maple leaf. I'm not sure what it is, but not quite a maple leaf, is it? But that type of thing. But maybe Diane might know. I don't know. So I'll just put him behind the rabbit. Where are my rabbits? Okay, Vivian, I'll check on that, thanks. I'm not sure whether it is still Chariot or not. I meant to go on my demo site and find out. I'll probably just drop an email to demo support actually and ask the question. Alright, so our bunnies are coloured in crumb cake, and I just got a blue Sharpie actually, just because I want to really just for his eye, and left his tail white, and I believe this is Cajun Craze, the background, and then I did the other one and just changed the, so I like, one's got grass and one's got like a sandy earth. Love both, so So nearly there, and this one, that'll do. Little bunny. I've already done some sentiments as well from a mixture of stamp sets. This one, Get Well Soon, is from Timeless Tulips, is it called? Did it, and I've got itty bitty birthdays for some, but yeah, just whatever sentiment stamp sets you've got really. But I did use the punch, the Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. Looks like a maple. It does, doesn't it, Dan? I thought it was like a maple leaf. So I've cut all this. I think this must be a 1/2 inch one. So go in, punch it. There's a new punch in exactly like this, but it does the banners, does the like the inverted V shape. Haven't bought that yet. I may well do because I love this one. And you can get your dauber, put some more ink on it, but it's probably got enough on it already. I'll just help it stand out a little bit from the very vanilla background. And I'll pop it up on some more dimensionals. But yeah, I don't think I'll make all the cards because we'll be here. Yeah, I think you'll get the general idea. They're all very similar. Probably what's most important to most people is will be the measurements maybe tomorrow. So Get Well Soon. Should have glued. Oh, I might just, yeah, I usually glue that, but no, that's fine. And then I don't know if you can see, because I wanted them to be mail cards, I thought it's a bit bare still, so I thought, right, I'm going to add some gold because I absolutely love these. And Simon was okay with them. He said that was still masculine enough, so I took his word. So yeah, I'm running really low on these. Well, these are the Gilded Gems from the main catalogue. I think they're part of the Ornate Garden suite. They're just so lovely. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they're faceted, and have a look at them. They're lovely. They do really catch the light well. Just going to pop you there, bunny. But yeah, I'm running short of the small ones, that's for sure. But they just help give you a little bit of lift to the card. Let's go for a big one again. I don't know, I should put it there. There we go. That's one done. Very similar to that one. And then we're going to do, let's do the fox one we said, didn't we? Because then I can just show you. It's similar colour, and you just got to leave some white space for his chest area. So, because I'm at the risk of really losing light now for some reason, I'm going to have to get a stronger light bulb in here for winter, I think. No, that'll do. Is that the fox one? Hold on. No, that's the fox one because it's smaller than the deer. So obviously this one is using the beautiful designer series paper, which has got this green and gold on the back. Obviously beautiful leaves on the front. But good thing about this card holder that I've said before, you can just, whatever papers you've got, just go for it, you know. It just uses, it's a good way of using up your designer series paper. Excellent way to make some gifts for those people who you can never know who to buy for. I don't think there's anybody who couldn't do with a set of cards as a little gift to be able to give out at the moment, especially at the moment. Not everybody's wanting to go into shops and stuff, so, you know, give them a set of cards with different greetings on, and they're sorted. Or just give them all happy birthday ones. I think we'll use this one, which is crumb cake. So you could use your Stampin Rewards again with this, but I just think it's just as quick to get your ink out. And I'm going to do some stamping off. It's going to be quite light anyway. It doesn't have to be level. When I said it doesn't have to be level, you can put your tree, plants, trees all over. Don't have to be in a line. I didn't want them in a line. What's that? Make that on some early espresso. Straight onto the card. Yet again, I have used dies for these two cards, which are the stitched nested dies. These ones, these are like a, is it parallelogram? I'm not sure. Rhombus, I don't know, one of those types of shapes. But they're very interesting. Create a little bit of interest to your card rather than just squares or rectangles. So I'm just going to stamp Mr. Fox. Early espresso again. And the reason why you don't want loads of water, because we're only using it on usual ink pads, not stays on. If you were going to flood it with water, you would want to use stays on. But that only comes in black at the moment. I don't think they've got the brown in stock. I could be wrong about that, but I don't even know if we do it hold it anymore actually. Right, so what did I use for this? Cajun Craze. I think it was the closest I could think to get near Red Fox's colour coat colour rather, sorry. So here we go. So just got to be a little bit careful because we want to leave our white areas. Just down. Over his nose. You can see this brush though, this is so lovely and fine. Trying to leave his eyes a bit, oh, gone over there a little bit, never mind. I'll just excuse me if I'm not looking at comments, I've just got to concentrate while I do this little bit. Going to put it under his chin a little bit maybe. But aren't they lovely once they're coloured in? They really are. I mean, they're nice unpainted. As I've seen that quite a few cards people haven't painted them in or coloured them in. And they are lovely, but I thought no, he definitely needs a bit of colour. And as I always say, you can take a little bit more time with your colouring. Where does that go? Right. Well, that's his leg, that's his brown legs. Here's the white fluffy end of the tail. And create a little bit of light and dark. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That'll do. Give him some green grass to sit on with old Olive. So I realise I go quiet when it's I'm trying to concentrate. There you go, that'll do. Oh, a little bit further down. Yep, that's all they need, just a little bit of colouring. Just going to put this lid back on, protect my brush, and that's it. Can put a little bit of the edge on again with the Ali Espresso. And we're nearly there. So pop that up on some dimensionals. It probably would be best to just dry this with a heat gun, as I say, because it is a little bit damp still, even though I didn't wet it a lot. Yeah, I'm using plenty of dimensionals. Okay. There we are. Just place it on there. Quickly into the punch again. Do this one this time. It's amazing just a little bit of shading. What that makes actually makes the difference. Mini dimensionals. And then we are going to just put some of the gold bling on again. Just one I think I did on this, yeah. You could put more if you wanted to. Oh, shouldn't have done that. It's like, silly me. Take them off. I know what I did now. I just did it on the end and then I just glued and then it sticks to the bottom of the card. That's it. And just have a little bit of a gap, not much. Make sure it's central. Pop it on there. And we'll have a reasonably big gold thing. Okay. Very similar to the original. Oh, I didn't do his eyes. I'm just giving some. I don't know what colour Fox's eyes are. I think they are blue. I'm not sure. They're going to be blue now. Probably the wrong type of blue, but yeah, don't want to go too heavy. There we are. Diane, I won't even tell you where I find them when I get undressed at night. You can imagine. Simon thinks it's highly amusing where I find them. Get in the bed, yeah, they get in your bra. I get them all over the place. Stuck to your feet, stuck everywhere, stuck to the dog sometimes. Yeah. Oh dear. The life of a crafter, hey? Right, so we've done the two anyway, so you can, well, I can't remember which ones we did now. That one, wasn't it? That one and that one. And so the others are very similar. Just the one's got a deer on, and then I did a rabbit on the other one, so. But there we are. Where's the holder gone? There we are. Oh, what is that? Oh, I didn't put the gold on. I know. Didn't put the gold things on this. Thought it looked different. So here we go. Where did I put them? One on there. One on the tree trunk. On this tree trunk slice. Wood slice. I have to have another one now. I don't like odd numbers. It has to be. Sorry, I don't like even numbers. It has to be odd. That's it. Does make a little bit of difference. But yeah, sadly missing the acorn, but yeah, definitely add that, I would. And you can pop your cards in and your envelopes. I've got some Stampin' Up envelopes somewhere, but not only, fortunately, only Whisper White ones. I didn't have any very vanilla. I don't know what I've done with them there. No, I've got ordinary envelopes here. These aren't Stampin' Up ones, but same size, just slightly different. You could obviously decorate the envelopes as well. I knew we wouldn't have time to do that though. Put paper on them, which I've showed you how to do before. But yeah, it'll easily fit 4 cards in, 4 envelopes. Let's get another 2. That one and another bunny one. I think if you didn't have as many dimensionals on them, you'd probably be able to get 6 in here if they were flatter cards. So yeah, it just fits in. No peeking over the top this time. So hopefully you can see that's much better. Now I've changed the measurements. Quick bow. But yeah, hopefully I've inspired you a little bit to get some of those gorgeous new papers. And use some of you don't have to buy new stamp sets necessarily, just use it for some of your old ones if you've got these sets. They're lovely. Oh, bow's back to front. Yeah. You're welcome, ladies. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, especially after seeing my blog and anything you don't understand, just message me, please, because yeah, I do make mistakes quite often. So I'd rather you tell me. Or if you're unsure of anything, please just ask. That's what I'm here for. I could iterate that all day. But yeah, it is a lovely little gift for somebody, I think. But yeah, you wouldn't want to get a lot more in there. It's because there's quite a lot of dimensionals going on. So yeah, so if you made them flatter, you could get more in there. So, right, what have I done with the mouse? Here we are. Ha, hello. Right, here we are. So yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed that. I thoroughly did. Yeah, I am really pleased with it. It's a good design. Even though I say so myself. But no, I was really pleased with it, and I can't say that about that all the time. Sometimes I'm not happy with my cards. Thank you, Dawn. So please have a go if you've got any of them sets. It does, or any any sort of tree sets. If any of you own Lovely as a Tree, or what else I can't think of hand. But yeah, but say you don't have to necessarily buy. It's lovely to buy new stamp sets. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes we have to use what we've got. So just trying to show you that the new papers work good with the old stuff as well. You're welcome, ladies. Thank you for staying with me. I'm sorry about the hiccup at the beginning. Thank you all for letting me know though, and I don't know what happened. I'll have to look into that. But we got there in the end. That's the main thing. So thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Take care, all of you. Bye.